stay away from COVID-19, and they're also reminding us that it's only 45 days, a month, and 15 to the election 2020. Great. So the banner headline says 2019 Auditor General's report: 4,659 bags of fertilizer missing in the BR, that's Bono region. That's according to the Auditor General. They've tasked the Agric Ministry to recover them. When I saw on social media that a whole aircraft had gone missing from the hangar in Nigeria. Sounds like that. Yeah. I didn't know there were still thieves that can steal big things like that. Close to 5,000 bags of fertilizer. Someone packed them. It took a long time to do so.
Imagine, right?
Yeah.
Unless they had a pallet and they were packed on pallets and they had like the pallet lifter thing to lift the pallets.
You have given this some thought.
I worked at DHL. So I know how to move
things quickly.
Yeah.
And make them disappear.
With the right planning, I'm sure it may not have been a very.
Other stories.
5,000 pallets. Anyone can disappear them.
No. 5,000 bags.
Bags.
So maybe 9 bags per pallet, or 10.
She's done them.
Look,
the more she says, the more worried I am that perhaps we should actually invite her to help with the investigation.
I think so.
Well, the other story here has a photo of the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. It says government to establish the National Development Bank next January. And this story you heard on Joy Business yesterday. Sanitation Ministry begins emergency refuse clearing project in Dwaya Kwanta. And that's also good news. We talked about that yesterday as well. And there's a story in the center spread. It comes with a photo of the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education, Professor Kwesi Yankah. It says Professor Yankah slams tertiary institutions for increasing fees, and this has been a worry for a lot of students these days because they thought that because of the COVID situation, they've not been able to raise enough to pay up their fees, and so for the universities to increase instead of reducing, it's going to be very difficult for them to pay up. So it's good we're hearing from the minister for that sector actually raising concern about that.
Yeah. That's good. That's the deputy minister, right?
Yeah, no, that's the minister of state. That he's higher in rank.
That's right. He's the minister of state.
Yes, and another one of interest says ballots without bullets. That's a campaign launched in Accra by the Small National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons.
That's positive, right? It kind of feeds into what we're trying to do, the Joy Peace campaign.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Okay, I'm moving on to the Daily Graphic, and your favorite abbreviation of the week made it to the front page. Ghana ready for AFCFTA, says the Trade Minister. Maritime Authority tackles insecurity in Ghana's waters. Promote peaceful election. NCCE to the media. The Minister for Foreign Affairs has been speaking on behalf of the President and has been talking about establishing a single payment system to facilitate AFCFTA financials. Because the African countries, we kind of all use different currencies, and so being able to have one common currency or payment system will help to facilitate all of this. The exchange rates can be funny. There are lots of different things. So he's asking that we speed up that process of finding a single payment system for that. So
we've been talking about the ECHO for a long time. That still seems a pipe dream. But
I remember when the dream of the euro, and how it came to be, and how everybody still kind of sticks to their currency.
Well, the challenge with the ECHO has been that the member states will have to meet the criteria at some point, but at that point, Ghana will meet and some others will not, and so we'll put it on hold. Nigeria will meet, others will not. Liberia will meet, then others will not. So it's been
difficult getting everybody.
It's like playing whack-a-mole.
Or trying to have a family meeting.
They say I made what game in Ghana? Okay, you come back to that.
You just come to expose your bouginess.
No, please, let's move on.
Well, I have the Daily Guide. It says NDC MPs condemn the KIA testing fee. Unhappy about the testing at COVID testing at the Kotoka International Airport. And collapsed church death toll hits 20. And as you heard in the 6 a.m. news, it's gone to 22 now, according to NADMO. And don't vote NDC to retard progress. I'm not sure who's saying this. Page 6. Right. Don't vote NDC. Well, the Vice President, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, has urged chiefs and people of Atibubu, Kintampon, Kranza, and other areas of the Borno East region to reject opposition NDC and its flag bearer, former President John Mahama. And I think he's touring that area as well. Another story here says Northeast region plans recreational parks after dump site removal. Buem seeing record road projects, and that's according to President Akufo-Addo, who toured the Oti region.
So the Chronicle has some concerns about the National House of Chiefs and the fact that the walls of the headquarters of the National House of Chiefs, which is part of the newly renovated facility and
Go on.
in Kumasi, has been marred with posters of NDC and NPP.
Which
You remember that a few weeks ago we were talking about the role that chiefs play in terms of politics and, the politicization.
Sorry, don't you want to know which part?
Can I just do the story, please? And so now the Chronicle is making this assertion that the National House of Chiefs has all these posters of both NDC and NPP, and it's not presenting a chieftaincy system which is apolitical or which is not, part. So they're raising that concern, and I'm raising it because we've talked about it a lot in the past few weeks about whether chiefs should, get into politics. And remember yesterday I was telling you that the Volta region. You remember that headline that they had some Volta regional chiefs had said that Akufo-Addo was compassionate and all of that, and they had repeated it about 3 or 4 times. So it would seem as if chiefs are actually beginning to endorse political parties, and, you've done this for us and you've done this for us. And the question remains that should they, be getting involved, or should they be, a section of the public or people who are not political and so therefore can become the negotiators or the peacemakers?
But by just putting your posters there doesn't mean the chiefs are taking part in politics. I mean, they will vote at the end of the day, so you must target them as well. They are part of the people. It's 50 plus 1 to win.
Exactly.
Chief could be that one.
Some chief could be the one. And I've got to say, maybe what we need from everything that Enimo has said, what we actually need perhaps is some clearer definition of what active politics means. Okay, because I don't know, some chief might argue that if I say this person has done this for us, I'm only stating a fact.
That's a fact,
And then somebody might say, if I'm singing the slogans of a particular party, well, I'm a voter. So maybe we need to get a certain definition of what active politics means. Let's do the online review real quick because we've run out of time. The online review is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and GOIL Good Energy. And look, GOIL just puts a smile on your face every time you lift your head up from your beeping dashboard indicator that tells you need fuel, and you see a GOIL sign up ahead. You're safe. You're about to get good energy, and now you can pay for good energy with your GH Link card. All right, which means that every time you buy lubricants or fuel from any of GOIL's over 400 stations across the country, you can record your purchase automatically on your monthly bank statement so that you can track and manage your expenses. So go cashless and protect yourself and stick to all the COVID-19 protocols in these times. GOIL, good energy. GOIL, Yenara Yenzi. Now, at Surfline, connecting you to the hearts of those you care about during these times means a lot to them, and with Surfline's internet you can be productive while working or studying from home, even if you live on the outskirts, thanks to the Air Fiber device. Dial *718 *77# to learn more. You can also use ExpressPay, SlidePay and Hubtel to pay and recharge your accounts. Call 0302 745 777 if you want to know more. Surfline, it's about time. And the Cadbury Richoko My Ghana My Pride National Essay Competition is continuing. So if you're in upper primary, junior high or senior high, you can still enter. The topic is your cousin who lives in a different part of the country is coming to visit you for the holidays. Write a letter to them telling them about the top 5 exciting and interesting things to do in your region when he or she visits. Okay, then submit your completed essay to Accra General Post Office, Osu, Achimota, Adenta, as well as Koforidua Post Offices, or you could take it to Melcom Plus at North Industrial Area, Tema, Madina, East Legon, Accra Central and Koforidua Melcoms, and the top 5 will win a total of 100,000 Ghana cedis, part of 100,000 Ghana cedis. Visit Cadbury Richoko on Facebook and Instagram for more details. I wish we could do the headlines, but I think our time is up. BBC comes up in just a moment. Maybe when we come back, we'll shout a few headlines. Okay, anymore? All right. BBC next.
You want your business faster? Need to bank on the fast track.